This week we bike Nevada City, an old gold mining town in the Sierra foothills. I'll talk about the many colourful characters that have lived here, from the original 49ers to counterculture legends like Snyder and Ginsberg. Also, I hope you enjoy my latest fixation, June Carter Cash.
I'm not singing too well. I haven't sung in a long time. And I've been busy doing other things. So maybe we'll sing one we know, okay?
We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson. I'm gonna mess around. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson Town.
Well, go on down to Jackson. Go ahead and wreck your hell. Go play your hand, you big talking man, and make a big fool of yourself. Yeah, go to Jackson. Go comb your hair.
Honey, I'm gonna snowball Jackson.
See if I can.
Well, when I breeze into that city, people gonna stoop and bow. All them women gonna make me teach them what they don't know how. I'm going to Jackson. You turn a loose of my coat, my long-tailed coat. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson.
That's all she wrote. Well, they laugh at you in Jackson, and I'm dancing on the 40K. They'll lead you round town like a scalded hound with your tail up between your legs. Yeah, go to Jackson. You big talking man, and I'll be waiting in Jackson. And the J-Pan band.
Well, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson, and that's a fact. Yeah, we're going to Jackson. Ain't never coming back. Well, we got married in a fever, all hotter than a pepper sprout. Honey, we've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out.
Nevada City and its nearby neighbour Grass Valley are located 150 miles northeast of San Francisco. Ever since gold was discovered here in the mid-19th century, this isolated part of California has had an outsized impact on everything from environmental law to historic preservation to the countercultures back to the land movement. This is our second year coming here for my daughter's birthday. We've never been a family that goes to rivers, but hanging out in the granite gorges of the Yuba River, swimming and reading books is hard to beat. To understand this area, you need to go back to the discovery of gold in 1848. Nevada City and Grass Valley went from basically nothing to booming gold mine towns overnight. The fact that both towns are mostly intact is somewhat of a miracle, since many gold rush towns disappeared as quickly as they appeared once the gold was exhausted. Even apart from natural disasters like fires and earthquakes, Nevada City and Grass Valley have overcome three major man-made threats, any one of which could have easily pushed them towards ghost town status. The first threat was the environmental damage caused by aggressive mining techniques. Despite being only 4 miles apart, the type of mining was very different for each town. Nevada City used high-pressure water to blast away whole hillsides, while Grass Valley's gold was much deeper, necessitating the digging of a tunnel network of over 367 miles. Both approaches were devastating to the surrounding area. The runoff caused by the hydraulic mining choked nearby rivers, and as a result, a law was passed in 1884 prohibiting this kind of mining. This effectively stopped mining in Nevada City. However, Grass Valley's mines were unaffected by the ruling and continued operation right up until the 1950s. These mines also left behind a terrible environmental legacy, with heavy metals like arsenic, lead and mercury contaminating local groundwater and watersheds. The second threat was the rerouting and widening of the highway between the two towns back in the 1960s. Whole neighbourhoods were demolished, including many Victorian-era buildings, to make way for the new road. Dubbed the Calamity Cut, it really galvanised residents of both towns to preserve what was remaining, and ultimately led to the signing in 1968 of California's first Historic Preservation Ordinance. The third threat was a plan in the late 70s to build multiple dams for hydroelectricity along the South Yuba River. The proposed reservoirs would have flooded deep granite river gorges and destroyed popular local swimming holes. Again, locals came out in force to protest the proposed plan, and thankfully in 1999 legislation was passed that protected 39 miles of the South Yuba River under the California Wild and Scenic Rivers Act. As you can imagine, the area has attracted quite a few characters over the years. Famous residents include Herbert Hoover, Mark Twain and Lotta Crabtree. The latter got her start entertaining the miners as a child performer and ultimately became one of the wealthiest and most beloved stage actresses in late 19th century America. She came here in 1853, aged just 6 years old. One of her neighbours happened to be Lola Montez, the internationally infamous Irish-born dancer, actress, and former mistress of King Ludwig I of Bavaria. Montez took an immediate liking to young Lotta, recognizing her charisma and stage potential. By age 8, Lotta was touring the mining camps. By 11, she had moved to San Francisco and became known as the San Francisco Favorite. By 13, she was touring the country and earned the nickname the Nation's Darling. She never forgot her roots, and in 1875, to thank California, gifted the city of San Francisco an 18-foot-tall cast-iron fountain, which is still located on Market Street today. It is now famously where people gather annually to commemorate San Francisco's 1906 earthquake. The next day, I visited the very friendly and helpful You Bet bike shop to get a tube and a recommendation for a bike route that included some points of interest related to the counterculture.
We don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee. We don't take our trips on LSD. We don't burn our draft cards down on Main Street. We like living right, being free. We don't make a party out of loving. We like holding hands and pitching woo-woo. We don't let our hair grow long and shaggy like the hippies out in San Francisco do. And I'm proud to be an Okie from Muskogee, place where even squares can have a ball. We still wave Old Glory down at the courthouse, and white lightning's still the biggest thrill of all. Leather boots are still in style for manly footwear. Beads and Roman sandals won't be seen. Football's still the rough.
Nevada City and Nevada County became a focal point of the 1960s and 70s back to the land movement. Drawn by cheap land and community, hippies, artists and communes, largely migrating from San Francisco, injected a strong countercultural influence into the traditionally conservative area. San Juan Ridge, just north of Nevada City, famously became a magnet for prominent Beat Generation writers. In 1968, Allen Ginsberg and Gary Snyder bought land in the newly established World Brotherhood colony. Remarkably, Snyder, who has had a lifelong fascination with ecology and Zen Buddhism, still lives on the ridge in his hand-built Japanese and Native American-inspired farmhouse. His connections to the Beats run deep. Snyder was one of the poets that read at the famous Six Gallery event on Fillmore Street in San Francisco in 1955. This was where Allen Ginsberg performed his poem Howl for the first time, and is cited by many as the gathering that heralded the birth of the Beat Generation. Snyder was also the inspiration for the main character, Jaffe Ryder, in Jack Kerouac's 1958 novel, The Dharma Bums. His book of poetry, Turtle Island, which has been described as a poet's love lyrics to planet Earth, won the Pulitzer Prize in 1974. Now aged 96, he is perhaps the last living link to the original circle of Beat writers.
And the kids here still respect the college dean. I'm proud to be an Okie from Muskogee, a place where even squares can have a ball. We still wave Old Glory down at the courthouse, and white lightning's still the biggest thrill of all. We still wave Old Glory down at the courthouse, by golly, and white lightning, Oklahoma, USA.
Please like and subscribe. Join our BikeEveryHood Strava Club for upcoming club rides. Thank you for watching.